For the next 15 minutes, we are going to talk about the Kiwicom offices. Where are they? What do they look like? Who is working there? And most importantly, why do we have it? And why they are so important to us. My name is Jakub. I'm a Prague site lead and engineering manager in Kiwi. I've been with the company for almost 5 years. And along with Gabriela Manová, Barcelona site lead, and Skarbala from Bratislava, we're going to give you some answers to all those questions that I mentioned. The why is usually the most important questions everybody wants to ask before they want to go further. And to answer this one, I need to go back in time a little bit with you and paint a picture how it was when the company started grew. 5 years ago, Kiwicom headquarters was a small villa in Brno, Czech Republic. The number of bookings were growing, and to support such a growth, it was necessary to get talented people. So what do? We start hiring. There is still plenty of people and enough space in the villa, so not a problem. So we just do it. We even did some extra stuff and do some extra miles. Maybe you remember this. I think it was kind of fun doing hiring process in Brno, where we were flying with a drone around the office buildings and trying to get the smart people around. We started growing. There was the fast pace of hiring actually filled the space in the villa pretty easily, and the villa becomes too small. So we were looking for a more mature office where we can actually grow and have enough space. Finding an office wasn't that hard. We found it. It's still like an office, so you just find a good office and find out that there is plenty more space to grow with the people, and bookings are fine, so why not do that? Well, there is a catch. It's kind of hard to find more people in Brno. In the end, it's not really a space issue anymore. It's the space is not a problem, and we need to do a little bit more, and that's one of the reasons why Kiwicom has more offices around the world. In 2019, it was expected that in Europe there are 6.1 million software engineers in Brno. This number is way bigger than the availability of engineers in, not in Brno, but in Europe. And this is way bigger than in Brno. With our company culture that is based on the English-speaking environment, lightweight processes, and open culture, we were not afraid to actually take that challenge and start looking for talented people around the world. We decided to basically grab the opportunity and look for the talent in a much bigger pool. And hiring outside of your hood usually creates another set of challenges. One of them particular, which is important to understand the second reason why we have such offices around Europe, is that as much as we like Brno, not everybody is as excited to move over here. It is understandable that everybody has a different preferences. Like it can be even in the style of community, you have friends, you just prefer different city, or you just don't like the weather in Brno and you like, let's say, Barcelona a little bit more. And that's the second reason why we have Kiwicom offices. And that's taking into consideration people preference. And that's the second point. And you may have a different view. You may say like, okay, that's a fair statement, but in order to fill give the people the opportunity, you don't have to bring them to offices. You can just work them remotely. But this is something that we actually figure out is not what we want to do. And that brings me to the last one and most important reason is that we value our Kiwicom culture. JK mentioned that during his first introduction. Petya mentioned that as well. And I just gonna add to it that this is true. We really value that. And we believe that this is built because people are grouped in some offices and that it's nourished in the offices. Obviously, we really like being remote. We really like to give the freedom, but this is something we want to keep and actually evolve. So here we go. We have the answer to the question, why does Kiwicom need more offices? Is that to be open to the new people around the world and extend the talent pool, to give the people options and respect their way of working, and to evolve our company culture and then don't be stuck over here. Now we all know why we have the offices, and to move the next one and figure out actually how we do it, we have a good story about two people in Barcelona, and I'm going to pass the word to Gabi, who is going to tell us a little bit more about the story.
Hello everybody, and I'm greeting you from Barcelona, our office, which is also a case study I'd like to briefly talk about. So, like, the first question was, what brought Kiwi.com from Brno to Barcelona, as Kiwi is, let's say, now a global company. So it was not like this some years ago. It all started at the Pirata conference in 2017, which took place in Barcelona and which we attended with few of the guys from the engineering department. At this event, we met two guys, Dimitri and Jamie, and these were the first guys who were interested in working with us on making travel better, yet they were not interested in working from Brno, but from Barcelona. So we sat together. Okay, so here in Barcelona, so it's a city that is clearly positioning itself as the Spanish Silicon Valley. It's full of startups, there are a lot of tech travel companies opening the offices and also attracting talented people. And compared to Brno, where you can find approximately 18,000 developers, there is over 70,000 in Barcelona. So we found it, this first site, to be a very favorable climate for our business. As you could see from the previous presentations, we are quite good at solving various problems, calling them rather challenges. So the office in Barcelona started slowly taking its shape, and we put the grounding for our global expansion process. And by the way, Dimitri and Jamie, they became our first Kiwi employees in Spain. So how does the office look today from these two guys? It's quite multicultural one. We have over 30 people of 30 nationalities. And the main focus of the office is engineering and also sales and marketing. So for the end of my part, I like to say that it doesn't matter which office you work from, as we all build the same product from Brno, Prague, Bratislava. And these projects, they don't follow the borders. So for example, the guys from Barcelona, they are working location-less on projects such as self-service health center, building a messaging system that keeps our customers informed. Or we have people working in fintech who are automating refund processing flows. Well, of course, you can see that people are different, locations are different. So it is that there are some differences, but there is still something that connects us all. And this something is, apart from the company values and the ties which we have with the people across the offices and within the offices, the idea, what we are doing and why we are doing it. So this is all I'd like to speak about now, and giving the word to Matteo, who will speak more about the vibes, as they are more loud than the words, and he gives you a little bit of insight through the pictures, introducing each of the offices. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello from the Bratislava office, starting the microphone at the time. If we take a look at the Kiwi.com from the global perspective, we can see that, as Kuba mentioned, its heart is in Brno, and we have our subsidiary offices located more or less around Europe. We have also some partner subsidiaries which are located in Belgrade, Split, Zagreb, and Ljubljana. Some micro offices located in Miami and Beijing, and all over around the world we have some customer support centers. If we take a closer look at Europe, we have some 3 strategically located offices in Bratislava, Prague, and Barcelona. And if you don't know how to choose one, let me help with you. Let's take a closer look at the Barcelona. I have been asking Gabi what is special about Barcelona, and well, she told me that it is a paradise for gastronomes. It has excellent beaches. It is a heaven for cyclists, and it is perfect weather all around the year. But as Gabi says, if you haven't been robbed in Barcelona, it's like you haven't been there at all. If you are interested in some job positions, you can find plenty of them at jobs.kiwi.com, mainly about sales, marketing, backend, the fintech part, and from front end, booking and self-service. And when it comes to technologies, I would like to point out only some of them, for example, Python, React, or Go for the backend. Next one, please. The Prague, I don't think I need to introduce this city even more. It's one of the cultural centers of the Europe. It is probably the best beer among the group. It is overcrowded during the holidays, so if you would like to visit Prague for the tourism, please don't do it over the over the holidays. And for the job positions, we have plenty of them in Prague, mainly the UX and product design. Again, fintech for the backend and for the front end, booking, self-service, search, and from the technologies, Python, Go, Kubernetes for the infrastructure. If you take a closer look at the next city, which I am located right now, it is Bratislava. It is the smallest one among the group. It is pretty strategically located. It is close to Vienna, and it is closest actually to Brno, to headquarters. But please don't visit Bratislava for tourism. We have better places here in Slovakia. And when it comes to open job positions, we have plenty of them for product designers, data platform, and also quality assurance. If you would like to be interested more in QA, I have another talk. Looking at this picture, we can get right in the office because the office of kiwi.com is located right under the castle where I'm pointing with my mouse. Thank you, Kubo. And let's move to the next slide. How does it look like inside a Kiwicom office? We have taken some photos for you so you can imagine the atmosphere. We can start with the first one. Basically, we like to work from anywhere around the office. So our offices are designed in a way that you can easily find your beloved spot where you would like to work from, even if it's a stand-up or a normal desk, either some couch, sofa, whatever. Next one, please. This is our casual photo shooting that we did last month, and again, you can see that basically we are pretty comfortable working from anywhere. We'll have also dogs. Fun fact. In headquarters in Brno, in the campus, there was a special lift designed for dogs. And if you have a dog, you don't need to hesitate to bring him to the office. Next one, we love Lego in our free time. This was the project Make Bugatti Great Again, when we have collaborated to build the car back on. And when it comes to other activities after the work, we love, for example, great food. And over the next slide, we can see that we like to take a rest after the work. So how to join actually kiwi.com and what positions can you join in our subsidiary offices? Basically, all of them. What do you need to do is basically open jobs.kiwi.com, pick your desired location, check open position, and apply for the job, as Martin mentioned in his previous talk. That's all from my side, and thank you, and greetings from the Bratislava office.
So, is Brno office the biggest, or the Prague one is taking the lead? Any plans for new offices in new cities? Kuba?
I can take this one. The Prague is definitely our headquarters still, and the big presence over here with hundreds of employees. And Prague is, is our second biggest office in our family. Around 40 to 50 people are working right now in Prague office, and it's taking it's taking a lead. I mean, Prague is very nice. It's still kind of small, and everybody knows each other, which I very value, and everybody over there does. There are plenty of job families. Like you can talk to engineer, you can talk to UX designer, you can talk to infrastructure guy in a kitchen, and that creates a pretty good atmosphere with learning around each other and talking about the job as well as the offsite part. So if there are any plans to new offices in the new cities, we definitely don't limit ourselves to this. As I mentioned, it's important to us that people are comfortable where they work from. At the same time, we value the culture. So when we see the opportunity and we see that there is a good team being built up, there is a potential, and we just go for it. So we don't have plans right now, like a concrete that I know of, but this doesn't say it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Okay. We have another comment. There was a question, what makes you smile at kiwi.com from one of the participants? There is a reply, the speaker from Bratislava office. Thanks for the great presentation. Thank you too.
Cheers.
Okay, and we have next one. Are there engineering offices also outside of Europe?
Oh, it's probably on me again.
Go for it, Kuba.
Yeah, majority engineers, if not all, are still in the realm of Europe. We might have from time to time someone working remotely, but this is not really the case right now. We have office in Miami, which is mostly sales or some business people. We also have an office, oh, this is Europe, London is Europe, so I'm not counting with that. So there were some tries to do it even in Asia, but we don't really have a presence of engineering outside of or major presence, or almost non-presence outside of Europe right now.
Okay, so there is another specification question on the website. There is an open position in Moscow. Is there also some Moscow office? Can you clarify that as well, Kuba?
Secret office. No, not that I know of. Maybe if Petya or JK knows better, or Stanley.
I can answer it. There is no office in Moscow yet. For Moscow, we would be more supporting relocation to any of our new offices. And I can confirm Kuba word. So we are already starting thinking of opening also new offices in the new sites. Maybe Moscow, we most probably won't be one of them, but we are looking for other cool places. But first we need to wait until the COVID situation is fully fixed, and then we will roll out the rock and roll and open probably new sites.
Thank you, Stanley.